am I filming this video nearly 2 weeks early? Yeah, I am. But do I have an empty to share with you today? Yes, I do. So you know what? I think we're even. Okay, we're good. I'm okay. I've got a little bit of progress on the other products as well. But you know what? I'm going to be on holiday and I'm a stress head. So even though I have landed back home when this is going live, I just want to just not stress when I come home. So I've decided I am going to pre-film this video a little bit early. I have an empty though, so I thought it would be okay. I love this project pan. This is Fantasy. It was created by my wonderful friend Ali here on YouTube. She has correlated a massive list of fantasy creatures, and then she has made a prompt that kind of relates to that fantasy creature, and that prompt correlates to a makeup product or a skincare product or anything like that we then pan. I've had such an amazing time with this project pan. This is the penultimate episode for this year, which is crazy to me. And with that in hindsight, I have got a few like smaller usage goals just because I have 1 month now. So you know what? I'm gonna have a little bit more of a chill update today, but I hope that that means next update is gonna be incredible because we have so long to make progress. If you like this look, this was a get ready with me that I did for my birthday. I will link it up in the cards. It was my annual birthday get ready with me. I absolutely love how it came out. It was a little bit of a ride though. I thought it was all gonna have to go in the bin, but here it is, she survived. Also, just before we do jump into the video, if you have not already, like and subscribe. I love bright, fun, colourful makeup, project panning, get ready with me's, all that fun stuff. And definitely don't forget to interact with this video in other ways, like commenting and sharing this video. It means the absolute world to me, and it really gets me in favour with the YouTube gods. Okay, so let's jump in to this update. I'm so excited. Like I said, we've had a few like slow products, but the product at the end, it's so satisfying and it makes it all worth it. So the first prompt I'm going to talk about was a prompt that we rolled in last month, and it was the prompt Basilisk, and that correlated to a dark matte eyeshadow. So I decided to roll in this. This is my She Glam Chroma Zone palette, and I was working on that taupe on the bottom row, and I decided this would be a really, really nice brow shade for me. And I said last month that I didn't think it was going to take that long to hit pan on it, because if you look at the blue shade next to it, it is so shallow. There's like no product in here at all. Now this is what we look like today. I was honestly expecting to hit pan on this, but I haven't yet, which is quite surprising. But you can definitely see there's a little bit of a dip forming. I'd say we're about halfway there, maybe a little bit over, to be honest. So this is definitely going to have pan next month. I'm so shocked at this, but it is what I'm wearing in my brows today. It has been my go-to brow shade recently, and I've really been liking it in my brows. I've also been reaching for this white inner corner shade quite a lot. I am wearing it in my inner corners today, just because like it's there, it's part of the palettes that I'm using, and sometimes a palette that I use doesn't have an inner corner shade, so it just saves me pulling out like a highlight or pulling out a separate inner corner shade because it's already here. So who knows, maybe we'll have pan on this one as well in some time. I'm not sure if we'll have pan on this one next month, but you know what, if we do, that is amazing. It's a really beautiful inner corner shade, as hopefully you can see there, but we're not talking about this shade. This shade in the brows, I think it's slightly dark, especially when I have my hair up. I think when I have my hair down, it kind of like blends in a little bit more. But you know what? It works. I really do like it. I always use eyeshadows in my brows just because I refuse to pay extortionate prices for brow powders and brow pens and things like that. So I've always just used eyeshadow in the brows, and I think it looks great. I like how it looks. I don't think it looks crazy or anything like that. So yeah, I'm just very happy. It's not really a change for me to use eyeshadow in the brows, so I'm going to keep going to try and hit pan on it. So this month I have used this 13 times in my brows, and as I said, I rolled it in last month, so that is 13 uses in total. And I'm really, really happy. I'm not stressed about this at all. I think it's going to be absolutely fine to carry on using. Now, of course, this palette has not lost any weight. We are only using tiny, tiny bits of these two shades. So last month, this weighed 91.81 grams. It still weighs 91.81 grams, meaning, of course, we have not lost any weight on this. I wasn't really expecting to. Weighing a whole palette for one shade is a little bit silly, I know, but I thought I'd throw that out there just in case you were curious. All right, let's move on to another product. Now, this unfortunately has not been used, I know, but hopefully by next month it will be rolled out because it is a pretty easy goal. This is my Colourpop Main Squeeze palette, and the prompt for this was a vampire, a blood red product. Now, of course, Main Squeeze, it is all reds in here, so blood red, big ol' tick there. And my goal for this was actually no pan left behind, which means I just have to use every single shade one time. Now, this is what it looks like today. You're not going to be able to see any difference because, like I said, I haven't been able to reach for this month. However, I'm really confident that we will have this done by next month because, like I said before, no pan left behind is a really easy goal, especially because this is only a 9-pan palette. I do get quite scared with reds, I'm not gonna lie, and obviously I am pre-filming this by like 2 weeks. I think it's like 13 days early, which is crazy. Like, normally I would not be doing that if it wasn't for the empty in this video later on. But I've just neglected this palette, and that is definitely a big reason why I rolled it in for this prompt. I saw an opportunity for a neglected makeup product to get some use. I seized it, and then I just neglected it again. Reds are quite hard for me to use. I'm not comfortable with reds at all, but it's definitely something that I'm going to prioritize as soon as I touch down, as soon as I get home from my holiday. I'm really going to try my best to use this, to get some looks out of it, and to get my no pan left behind goal hit. I don't think it's going to take too much, maybe like 3 looks, or if I incorporate odd shades into different looks as well, that would be great. But yeah, I don't think it's going to take too long for me to hit this goal, and I'm pretty confident. I'm hoping that we can get this done by next month, and it's going to be fine. I think it's going to be fine. So next is a product that I'm actually wearing on my face today. I've really fallen in love over the past month, and I'm really happy because this was, again, a pretty neglected product. So this is my Revolution Contour Duo, and it was for the prompt Centaur, a duo product. So of course this fit in great. This has a bronzer and a highlighter in it. I bought this so long ago, and as you can see from what it looked like last month, it really hadn't been used that much at all. And so Centaur Duo product, I thought this was the perfect opportunity to roll this in and get this some love. And this is what it looks like today. I do have a 10 use goal on this. Again, I realized that this project was ending pretty soon, so I kept my usage goals pretty low. And I'm happy to say I've used this 4 times this month, so a little under halfway, and I'm quite confident that we can have this done as well by next month. I've definitely been using the bronzer a lot more than the highlight. I did try to use the highlight, it's just not great, not there. There's really not much payoff on it. Like, can you even see where I've swatched that there? But this bronzer is so beautiful. It is so pigmented. Again, I'm wearing it today. It is gorgeous. I find the quality difference between these two crazy. And honestly, Revolution just like baffles me at the best of times because some things are amazing from their line and some other things I'm just like, Revolution, what is this? And this product is literally that. I love this bronzer. Don't know what they were doing when they were making this highlight because I don't know. I can't see it. But the bronzer is definitely the one that I will be continuing to use. I'm really happy you can see some brush strokes in here now, and I hate pristine makeup. I did not like this at all. Looking at this made me sad, but now it's getting a few little brush strokes. It's looking a little bit more used. I've used this again 4 times this month, and it was rolled in last month. We had a really good month last month that we rolled in 3 things, but I'm going to keep working on this. I'm not too mad about it. I really have enjoyed it. And I think 6 times in 1 month, well, over a month, it's just going to be absolutely fine. I'm really, really not stressed about this at all. So last month, this weighed 61.84 grams. And unfortunately, I've not lost any weight. It still weighs 61.84 grams. We've lost nothing, but I'm not too surprised. We've only used this 4 times. It's not the end of the world. It's all right. I'm going to put this away. And I'm really glad that I have pulled this out because, again, it was a little bit of a neglected product, but I don't know. I just want to use this more now. I might depot this highlight and put a different highlight in there, but I don't know. It's something that I'll decide at a later date. This bronzer though, really, really nice. I really do like that. So next is a product that I haven't done progress pictures for, and it's because you can't see anything. The packaging is completely opaque. And this is my Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Concealer. So I gave myself a 50 use goal on this. However, it is clear that I'm probably not going to be able to hit that. I have used this 11 times in the past month for a total of 28 uses in the project. So 50 uses, it's going to be cutting it a little bit close. I know, obviously, I'm pre-filming this by quite a lot, but I'm not taking this on holiday either. However, something interesting that has come up, I actually don't even think we'll get 50 uses out of it because if you can see this applicator is so dry. Every single time I use it, I'm like trying to scrape product out of this. So I don't know, we might not even get to 50 uses. I should probably say the prompt that this was rolled in for. So this was rolled in for a golem, and that was a product that rescues you. And you know, if I'm having acne, I'll pull a concealer and it rescues me. You know, that was my thought process there. But yeah, I don't even know if we'll get to 50 uses. I think this is going to be an empty before we get to 50 uses. I have to scrape around in here to get some product out. So if we can have an empty by next update, that would be amazing, because I was a little bit worried that we were just doing really like boring 10 use goals in this project, because obviously the finale is in October. I think we can have an empty. I really think we can do it because this is like on its last legs, really. I'm really, really excited for that. Let me know. Do you think we can have this done by next month? I don't know. Last month, this weighed 25.22 grams, and this month it weighs 24.80 grams, meaning this month we have used up 0.42 grams, which I think is really, really good. Half a gram for a concealer. I have started to use a lot less concealer on my lower lash line, under my eyes, because I kind of found that I was using quite a lot of concealer and it was starting to look a little bit cakey. So I've decided I've cut back a little bit on concealer, and since I've done that, I've really been liking how my under eyes have been looking. So I'm definitely using a lot less product when I do use this, but I mean, I'm not fussed. And also my acne has been amazing recently. I haven't had to put any extra concealer on apart from under my eyes and where I highlight my chin, my nose, and my forehead. And that is like a new experience for me because I've always constantly struggled with my acne. So yeah, I've not got any extra concealer on today and it makes me feel so good. It makes me feel so happy to not have to cake my face in concealer every day. Like my face recently, my acne has just been so unbelievably amazing, and I'm just like, I can't stop smiling. Honestly, it's been amazing. Okay, and now here it is, the big old empty that I have been teasing throughout this whole video. This makes me so unbelievably happy. So the prompt for this was a Leviathan, and that is a product that you can easily finish. Now, I've said so many times, this should not have been rolled in for this prompt because I have been working on this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months. 9 months. I could have grown a child in me for that long. That is crazy to think about. So yeah, it was not easy to finish, but in my mind, it worked. I'll explain it. This is the Carnival XL Pro palette, and I was working on the shade Pillow Talk, which, as you can see from last month's progress pictures, was a really, really easy to use lid setting shade. And that is where my brain went when it said easy to finish. Like, it doesn't take much thought to use this, and that was my kind of vibe. I kind of forgot that I was trying to finish an eyeshadow, which is not easy to do. And this is what it looks like today. It is completely clean in this pan. There is absolutely no product left in here. And this is my first empty of this whole palette. And I'm so unbelievably excited about it. Look at this. Look at this. It is completely gone. Look. I'm so excited about this. This is my favorite palette ever, and I have recently rolled it into quite a lot of project pans. I've rolled it into my Pan Those eyeshadows. This is like my focus palette that I try and hit pan on in that project. And then of course I did roll Pillow Talk in, which it is gone. There is nothing left in here, and I'm so excited. I do know that this palette is getting old, and slowly but surely the quality is getting a little bit, you know, hard to blend, a little bit patchy every now and then. It's starting to show its age. So I just wanted to get as much use on this as possible before I can't use it anymore. And the fact that I have a completely finished shade in this is so exciting to me. It's the first finished shade, and I'm just looking at it and I'm just so unbelievably excited. I don't know if I could finish any other shades. I don't know, maybe. But this is still in my Pan Those eyeshadows. This is still being focused on, even though I've finished the shade. I've finished a shade. I want to eventually have pan in like everything. I want this to be, I mean, ideally, in an ideal world, I'd love for this to be like completely used up. But I mean, how realistic is that? Probably not very realistic, but I'm so excited to have my first empty shade in this. So I've used this 13 times this month for a total of 149 uses in the project. Are you serious? 149. 149 uses. Easy to finish. Yeah, easy to finish. What the hell? I don't know what I was thinking there. I must have been doolally when I did that, but I have finished it now. It is gone. Definitely not easy to finish, but I can see where my brain was going. And here we go. It is done. And this is why I decided to film this video early, even though we don't have much progress on the other products. I find that this just kind of like makes up for it. And also I'll be a lot less stressed when I come home from my holiday. So you know what? Fantasy's being filmed now. All right, so it's time to roll in a brand new prompt. I like to do these completely randomly. I don't know what I'm gonna get, so I'm gonna go into my Tiny Decisions app where I have all of the fantasy creatures in a wheel. Now, I delete these after every single update, but they just keep adding themselves back, and I'm sorry, my lighting's gonna be going a little bit crazy while this is here. Centaur, we've had, I'm pretty sure. Yes, that was a duo product. We've had that. Oh, now it decides to delete them. Okay, brilliant. Thanks for that. Crimea. Have we had that? Okay, this is Chimera. I don't think we've had that prompt, so let me go see my list, figure out what this prompt is, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and this prompt is a Franken product. Now, I did Franken my Pan That palette recently, and that was so much fun. I did do a video. If you're interested, I'll leave it linked in the cards. But the only other Franken product that I can really think of is my blue eyeshadow that I Frankened, but I don't really want to do that. But I do have this. This is my Beauty Bay blush. It is not. This is actually a few shades in my Pan That palette, and they have all been Frankened together to make a blush shade. So I think I'm going to give myself a 10 use goal on this. I have said in my Pan That palette update that the remaining like ready shade is going to be added to this at the end of the year or whenever I finish that palette. So I don't know, it's going to change again. However, this is something that I would like to finish by the end of next year, just to say that I have indeed completely finished Modern Renaissance. This will be the only product left of Modern Renaissance very, very soon, and I'm really excited about that. So if I can just get a 10 use goal on this, just to slowly start building the usage on it, I think that would be great. You know, I'm not going to see much progress. It's not going to be an absolutely insane, crazy, you know, transformation next month. But if I can get a few uses on this, I think that would be great. So this is it. This is the end of this video, guys. It's where I'm going to love you and leave you today. I am absolutely gutted that this project is finishing next month. I always forget, but you guys have let me know and reminded me in the comments. I always think that this project is going to end when everything else ends at the end of the year. But because it's like fantasy creature based, it's kind of Halloween-y. And I think it was like National Mythology Day or something on the 11th of October. So that's where it ends and that's where it will pick up again. What do you think of my new roll-in? I'm really proud of that. I think it'll be a good idea to get some use on that. But this is it. This is where I'm gonna go. And I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye bye.